Good morning to all of you. Uh,
Good morning, sir.
yeah, good morning to all of you. I hope you can hear me. Uh, so I hope you can hear me. Sometimes here we have some signal weaknesses we are routinely experiencing. So sometimes there may be interruptions. So uh, please be patient. If there are some disconnections intermittently happening, but please be with the class and I can reconnect if in any case the signals went off. Yeah, so today the not to say it's a lecture. When it comes to innovation, so we all are students. Yeah, we all are students. That is the situation. So that's the situation for this kind of particular subject. So there can be world famous innovation gurus, but in generally, this is a subject that all are facing challenges. Facing challenges in the sense, any knowledge should be realizable. Then only that knowledge has a value. So when it comes to knowledge of innovation, unless it is realizable, it is only a concept. Yeah, concepts has no much value if cannot be realized. That's why example like let's say so example in my case, so I am teaching engineering, let's say technology subjects. So if I cannot bring this technology subject to life through the students, means to make it real, my sharing of knowledge is only limited to some words and concepts. So it won't bring the true bottom line results, which means to have something practical on the ground. We have to see some product or some creative things, tangible outputs. So if no tangible outputs, as long as if there is no tangible outputs, as long as the knowledge we are sharing is not leading some way for tangible outputs, delivering of that knowledge may not be that worthwhile. So innovation also there is no exception. Yeah. So even now, if we share something, and if there is no use for you and your student, uh, that sharing of knowledge is not worthwhile. Yeah. So when it comes to innovation, to contribute in a way that to make it immediately useful, it's a kind of challenging subject. It's a kind of challenging subject. So that's why I mentioned that we all are students, including myself. So whatever I share with you is a reminder to me as well. Yeah. So there can be agreeabilities, there can be disagreements. So kindly you can raise the issues and concerns. Also, you can comment on your uh, own experience, your good thoughts. Please don't keep to your hearts, but you can unfold this in this session. Yeah, that's why. So 4 hours, I think it's 4 hours, maybe too long in the Zoom, but we will try to make it quite useful and interactive. We will try our best together. So there are no teachers in the class. Teachers means even I'm sharing this. So please do consider I'm not as a lecturer for this session or even a trainer, but I'm part of your group. Yeah, I'm part of your group. So so that's the situation. So since in the Zoom session, I feel that generally in face to face, we may be introducing all of us to each other, and if we are going in that way, this may consume more time because our time is limited. So later we will meet, and we will meet in the Zoom, and we will come to know each other. But today we are not going to introduce each other. Okay, so please excuse me for skipping that for this moment. But I think you all know individually. So briefly, but anyway, to build some confidence, it's better maybe to introduce myself a little bit to you. So how to introduce myself is something like now I am working as a senior lecturer grade 1 in the University of Vocational Technology, and this is my fourth year in service in the university, and this is my ninth working place. Yeah, and always since from my first degree, I have 3 degrees, masters and PhDs as well. My career is always in research and development, either in industry or in academia. So I don't know. It's quite strange, but research and development happen to be my field. So it helps me to have some sense in innovation. And my field is coming from the engineering background. So even I have little patents also, because if I don't show any patent, I may not be qualified to share with you about innovation. Yeah, so the having a patent is just to build the uh, confidence for you to be with the class. So let me share some patents if possible. Uh, let me share. Let's see. Uh, Even this is a waste of time, but it's a waste of time. Let me share some. Uh, so this is I just Google here. Uh, if you look into some patents, uh, let's see this one. So this is a patent related to cooling technologies. This is a World Intellectual Property Organization registered, means WIPO registered patent. So this is a patent filed in Germany. So you can see I'm the inventor here. So this is one of the patents. And if I share, there can be one more here. Another patent. Yes, this is another one. So here three persons, including myself, but I did a lot of contributions for this, and two other German guys. This is another patent. One. So there can be like that. There can be one more international patent. So I have that kind of, and even I did some designs and innovations, even though there are no patents. Yeah, even though we have not applied for patents. So always I involved with this research and innovation fields, and finally I'm sharing research and innovation with the staffs and also with the students as well. Yeah, so I think that's enough from my side. So 18 years I worked overseas in senior R&D positions. And my final, before I came here 2015, I worked as a principal engineer in a German multinational company, but it's Asian setup in Malaysia. Even I conducted workshops in Europe and all. So that's about my background. So I think that's enough for you to share my background at the moment. At the moment. So today, anyway, we will try to make the session more constructive and to have some very useful knowledge uh, to make it into practice with you. So when it comes to innovation knowledge, I will try to refer many, maybe from the some maybe from the eminent people, some quotes and all, other than my own realizations. Yeah. So let me start the class. Okay, let me start the class. So this is, I believe you can see this TOT Ching slide here. You have many chapters of smaller ones. This is a 29-page document. Though this is 29-page and this is an English translation, the history of this writing goes back even more than 2000 years. So this is even 2300 years back. Oh, that time text, this was written by one great Chinese philosopher. So this Tao Te Ching is even people refer this for their postgraduates as well. Yeah, in many cases you can browse this somehow. Sometimes you may be aware of this. So I'm looking into chapter 11. Okay, there are very nice chapters. You can read this, but I'm looking into chapter 11 here. So this is a very old text. Okay, so this is the beginning of, so you may be puzzling that how come this one has a relevancy for innovation, but anyway, I'm compelled to discuss this chapter first. So in our session today, so insight to innovation. So that's why this is insight to innovation. So I have to talk about this insight to innovation, whatever when it comes to insight. So you have heard about only insight meditation, maybe. Vipassana bhavana and insight. So this is insight to innovation. So the bottom line of this kind of insight, if we really get, is to have little wisdom or some better understanding about innovation. So it's a kind of realization should be when it comes to insight to whatever. Okay. So in this case, I prefer to start with chapter 11. Chapter 11. We will go through together this one. Okay. So this is the same translation. Disturbances. So when it comes to this translation, so I believe you all can say this. 30 spokes united around one hub to make a wheel. Okay. So this is the preparation of the background for today sessions really. Yeah. The background. It is the presence of the empty space that gives the function of a vehicle. Clay is molded into a vessel. It is the empty space that gives the function of a vessel. Doors and windows are chiseled out to make a room. It's the empty space in the room that gives its function. Therefore, something can be substantial while the emptiness of void is what can be utilized. So this is the English text. I hope you can translate this into Sinhalese or to Tamil language in a much better ways, but this is the translation in English, the best possible one we can find. If you can understand the original in traditional Chinese, if I'm not mistaken, should be very good. Yeah. So this is about empty space. And also this is about hub, spokes and wheel. So this is quite one way this looks like a technical text, engineering text. Yeah, you can see the, because it's about the hub and the wheel and the spokes. It's mentioned about the vehicle. It's mentioned about a vessel like a ship maybe. And the doors and windows about some constructions. Yeah. So anyway, this is many places we can see it's mentioned about empty space. Yeah. So I'm highlighting it here. Emptiness of void. So I'm not going to teach about the empty space or emptiness of void, but I'm highlighting the importance of this. So no matter technical or non-technical, okay, empty space, okay, yeah. Can you see the emptiness? Can you see the emptiness? Or the empty space can you see? Let's say example, yeah, let's say example. You take a ballpoint pen, okay? It's an assemble of many parts, okay? Let's take the clip of the pen, for example, of the ballpoint pen. Yeah, we call clip or cap, whatever, clip. So if you carefully see what's inside clip, empty. And then there is a piece, extra piece to clip the pen onto the shirt, the pocket. What you see there? Again empty. Other than the clip, if you take the other components, yeah, that other part we are holding to write, the plastic transparent tube like thing, yeah. So if you think of tube itself, yes, what's inside? If you take the carbon, that carbon stick out, if you take the tube, what's inside? Nothing. Even if you take the carbon stick, carbon core, yeah, Unless it is filled with ink, what is that? Again empty. Yeah. Even the behind there is a threaded piece. If you remove it and see what's there, it's empty. If you look into the thread, yeah, it can be in the male form or female form. You can again see it's a crafting of a space. And when you write from the ballpoint pen, the ballpoint rolls and some ink comes and we can draw it. From where this ink comes, it is between a gap. What is gap? It's a space. So if you don't see the space very well in that design of the pen, you cannot design a pen. You cannot be creative enough, but you can do the outside. You can have the fancy shapes and all, but if you have no sense of the space, as a designer, if you cannot see a space, you cannot do creations. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's say morning to boil some water. Okay. You may be using a kettle or pot or jug kettle, whatever. What is that really? It is really to accommodate water. A true designer look into that space which cannot be physically seen from the naked eyes. Space කියන එක ඇස් දෙකට පේන්නේ ඒක හිතෙන් දකින්න ඕන එක. Even a room, a good architect, he is carefully crafting a defined space. What is a room? A room කාමරේ තියෙන ඇඳ මේස පුටු ඔක්කොම ටික අයින් කරලා දාන්න, what's there? Nothing. But there is something, that is the space. So creating a room is creating of space, and we are utilizing it. That's why while the emptiness of void is what can be utilized. Yeah. So even in a, let's say engine, your piston cylinder, what is cylinder inside? Nothing but that emptiness is there to accommodate the piston. So what's the functionality there? It's the space, the emptiness is utilized for functionalities. Even if you design a water bottle, you may think the fancy shapes and some features, but the very essence of the water bottle is the space within. Is the space within. So this is the first lesson. So even design a window or door. What's important? The opening. What is the opening? Is there anything in the opening? Nothing. The emptiness is there. So anyone should be good in creativities. So he or she should see the space. So space is very important. Empty space. So even minimizing the space, empty space, you can make anything compact. What is nanotechnologies? Compact. The space makes minimum as possible. Compact. I think you have heard the story Steve Jobs iPod development. So he wanted to make this iPod as compact as possible. iPod Shuffle, maybe Apple iPod. So the developers, of course, Steve Jobs, he has a lot of ideas. He's very great, but under him there may be technologists, engineers, and the developers. So they developed it and brought to Steve Jobs. He felt that it is not compact enough. So what he did was he put that iPod into the fish tank, and he shows the others that bubbles are coming out of the iPod. What is that? The empty space there. So he want to have quite compact product. So he needs only the performance there for the electronic gadgets. Of course, compactness is the best. Yeah, when it comes to the technologies. So they need the minimum spaces. So nanotechnology comes, and space is part of that. Example in electronics, the integrated circuits and all. Yeah, quite hairy circuits, micron in sizes. Micron means 1,000th of a milli. Even 1 milli is very small. Yeah. So that's about maintaining the gaps and all. Again, it's about the space. Even in conducting electricity or heat, again the space matters. Yeah. So space is something that everyone should see. No matter you are innovative or not, but if you see the space in engineering or non-engineering, you will be different. You can see something unseen. Not to say unseen, something should mindfully seen. Yeah. So you have to be, yeah, it should be mindfully seen when it comes to space. Understand? Yeah. So this is the first lesson, and I for this lesson, it's inspired by this chapter 11, so 2000 years ago, 2500 maybe, Buddha's time, Lord Buddha's time. So he, that great philosopher, saw the importance of space. But here, our developments in Sri Lanka, one, many things are lacking because people have not not to say skilled enough, but they are not that visionary enough to see the things. Yeah, same like the space, even urban design, landscapes, or even the solution for the waste management or whatever. Wherever you identify the problem, you can see that space is connected. When you outline the solutions, space can be connected. When you see the opportunities, the space can be a dimension there. It is quite nice. Yeah. So even this can have for tangible as well as for the intangible things as well. Even in mind, if your mind packed with many things and no room for thinking or for any other things, if you are too busy, you have no space. Yeah, you have no space. No space in the mind is something not very good. Yeah. So this is the first lesson, and I believe this can be a good insight for innovation somehow. Even if you see a car design, interior, all, even a chair, design for chair, what? It's about design of some surfaces, profiles, accommodating some space for its functionality. Finally, we are utilizing space. That is really important. That is really important. So, any question? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I believe you can listen to me. So you looks quite silent. Yeah, thank you very much. You also can hear. So I'm going to put. So this is my first lesson. Yeah. So I believe you can see how important the space, even in our body. If you look into the your cardio system, yes, within the heart, may not be us, but the doctors and all the maybe the biologists, they see the function of the space through the blood vessels. They see the function of space. So that is very important. So you cannot simply ignore the space. Even if you do refrigeration and air conditioning, evaporators, condensers, so-called components, there you see the space. So if you don't see the space there, you cannot see how the matters are accommodating and flowing there. Means you are not that deep enough. Yeah, especially for technology people. So this text is about technology. So if you have no sense of space and still if you are teaching technology, I'm very sure there is something you need to explore more. Yeah. There are a lot of things that yet to be recognized. And there are a lot of hidden opportunities doing research and development if you are not recognizing this point. Okay. And this is a very important point for you. That's why. So I believe this is quite practical for you to look into innovations. Yeah. So design of a pin, you know what to do really. Yeah. Design of anything, design of a water bottle, not about that, even design of engine. Yeah. The best engine is yet to be invented or innovated. The best engine, not yet found. I think you know the engine efficiency is still below 30%. Yeah. The best thermodynamics processors yet to be identified. Yeah. Okay. They're yet to be identified. The best construction material not yet found. Yeah. Because some construction experts they are limiting only to concrete knowledge, and that knowledge is so concrete that they cannot think without concrete. Yeah, that's how they are limited, so rigid. No space for innovations, no directives. Starting from concrete, of course, you cannot move forward. It is quite heavy. Yeah. So we have to think freely. And anyway, this is the first lesson for you. So of course, I'm quite not to say quite the very older compared to you young staff. So I received this knowledge quite late. Yeah. Nobody taught me, but somehow we managed to get exposed to this. So exposing this at the later ages, imagine if we can have this at our young ages, at what good levels we could have contributed. Can you imagine? That's why. The other point is the so good, the cream of the knowledge we have to get at the early stages. That is part of the training of trainers. So if somehow if we are lucky enough to get good trainers, you will get very good stuffs at the young ages. But in my case, we experienced. But to get this experience reflected, it took time. So sharing also took time. That's why. So what I'm telling is time is so precious. So earlier you captured the knowledge of secrets if you can unfold at earlier ages. Of course, you have to go beyond the books. You should be very valuable. Your value is more than the gems or anything. And this value you cannot compare with any other things. And when you come to our ages, you would be wonderful. So that's our wish, really. So that's our wish. And learning this knowledge, books won't help when it comes to innovation because the best knowledge is not in the books. The best knowledge is not in the books. In short, book knowledge is incomplete. So, how to look for the rest? How to look for the rest? Yeah. So, I'm not undermining the books, but books, it is something like engine efficiency below 30%. Let's say same like the effectiveness of book is below 10%. The truth is not there. Some concepts and models are there for you to move forward. So from where you get the balance at your earlier age, that's a challenge. From where you can get this untold knowledge, untold stories. Huh? How to get this unfold within you, not later but sooner. Those are the challenges, and only thing for that is for you to be ready to receive that knowledge. That is very important. So you have to, not only for you, when I tell you, it reminds me as well, even though for us it's a bit late. Yeah. So you have to get ready for that in many ways. Yeah. That is very important. Yeah. So let me, yeah, you can think of this slide for a while. This is some of the thoughts wrote by one student. 30 spokes unite around one hub to make a wheel. He or she wrote in this way. These 30 spokes combine to form a wheel. If spokes separately, the wheel would not form a complete, uh, let's see, to form a wheel. If spoke separately, the wheel would not form, full stop, and the wheel would not form. A complete wheel cannot be made If any of these spokes are reduced and changed, okay, if any of the spoke is reduced and changed, this also applies to innovation management. So he or she replied, the 4I in innovation management is just as essential to innovation as the spokes on a wheel. 4I includes, yeah, it's mentioned this. And finally, she tells that an innovation comes only if there is 4I. Later, I will share with you 4I. Innovation will not occur if one of the 4I is lost, as if a spoke reduced wheel was not made. Somehow, she told that for innovation, to make innovation happen, there are spokes like things. There can be ingredients. Without even a single of that, it is not possible to do innovations. That's what she mentioned. And it's about 4I. So we will discuss about 4I afterward. Okay, we will discuss about 4I afterward. Not now, right? Afterward. We will discuss 4I afterward. So ideas are matters. That's why this young students, so they can have some good ideas. They are from management, not engineering. They are really, I'm very happy to see there are some writings. Another one is this, another write-up. So anyway, this also helps all of us. Eh? A huge tree grows from a tiny sprout. A journey of 1,000 miles began from the first step. Okay. A huge innovation comes from a small idea, like a huge tree grows from a tiny sprout. Ideas are very important. Eh? Innovation is simply a way to solve problems and create value in uh, new ways. And see, they are really thinking about innovations. Is simply a way to solve problems. Of course, so problem solving, that is one aspects where innovations can be used. And innovation needs ideas. And one valuable small idea can create huge innovations and even inventions. It is quite interesting. Okay. So I'm happy that somehow they think of innovations. Yeah. So later we will look into this write-ups. Eh? Later we will look into this write-ups. Anyway, ideas are important. So here mostly I will not put my ideas. Eh? So This says, I believe you can write this. People often use the words invention and innovation interchangeably. That's how he or she thinks. This is not only incorrect, but misses a few key subtleties in meaning that can change a conversation. Invention is about creating something new, while innovation introduces the concept of use of an idea or method. While this difference is subtle, and innovation is usually an invention that causes change in behavior or interactions. Yeah. So this is about the, of course, you have to understand the difference between innovation and invention. Okay. So this is one idea, but here that's the bottom line of this. So we have to understand innovation and invention. Yeah. So two different things. Okay. Two different things. Innovation, invention. So inventions are helpful for innovations, and innovations also helpful for inventions. Yeah. But two subtle things, but not to say subtle. Later we will look into innovation definition. Okay. Later we will look into innovation definition. Not to say definition, but what things could be innovations or innovative. Okay. So that's all. So you have learned about a very good and big thing, that's about emptiness. And now you see the subtleties of innovations and inventions. Okay. So today it is about insight. Okay, insight. So many things for us to explore. So let's say I'm going to put a few questions. So you have to fill the blanks. Huh? Okay, you have to fill here. Yes. you may not have the concrete answers. Okay. This is a very important slide. Just only three questions. Just only three questions. So question numbers 1, 2, and 3, let's say. One is the top one, the second is middle, and third is the bottom one. Let's see. So can you text me the answers? So can you can speak? Yeah. So there are 50 students, including myself. Yes. Please. I saw many chats came, so please at this time. Yes. Any answer? Please. Mr. Pasan. Any answer from you? You can chat to everyone. Mr. Vijayaratne, also you can text. Question number 1. Yeah. So what is your opinion? Yes. 50 in the class, including myself. I have my own answers. So no answer is right or wrong. Don't worry. At least can some of you comment? Yes. Thank you. I received one. Let's see what's that. Yes. For the question 1. Yes, one is, yeah, replied to all of you. Yes. Very nice. Very nice. See. So you look into the text. Some answers people. Some answers ideas. Okay, some answers raw material. See the difference? Yeah, that's what we need. Yeah. Raw materials. People make machines, some says. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, good. Yeah. Very nice answers. Manufacturer, invent, goods. Yeah. 2, scientists, make technologies. Inventors produce machines. 1, need. Need makes machine. 2, application makes technologies. 3, people make innovations. Yeah. 3 people make innovations. Mr. Vesuri. Yeah. Yeah. Idea make technologies. Very nice. Yeah. So good. Thank you very much. 2, applications make technologies. Very nice. So I also have answers. Okay. I also have answers. You know that here answers are my answers, even your answers may be much better and justifiable, but I also have some answers for a purpose, and sometimes may be real. Let's say machines. Nowadays, there are machines. Let's say example. I would say there are very precise machines, extremely precise machines. Maybe you are using in different applications, maybe optics or making engines or compressors or other bio bioengineering or biotechnology related machines, sometimes nanotechnology related machines. You can see there are very extreme end machines when it comes to the accuracies, the tolerance, and sometimes parts may be in micron size. Okay, so to make this extreme machines, no way but only the machines make machines. Yeah. Ideas cannot make machines. Machines make machines. That is the, even you may have ideas, but if you, but the issue is machines. Yeah, very nice. Thank you very much. Scientists make technologies. Inventors make machines. Okay. Yeah. So making, producing, you can innovate the machine, but to make it, you need machines. You can innovate the machine, but to produce it, you need machines. Machines produce machines. That's why now we have issues really, because for some industries, example like semiconductor, like high-tech industries, nanotechnology industries, if you are using machines and some equipments, those are so precise that those needs very special machines to produce those machines. Having those machines also need the special machines and some technologies. So Sri Lanka being not that exposed to those, it's a disadvantage for our side. It's a disadvantage for our side. Yeah, because of this, the high tech machines, they produce machines and also they produce components as well. Yeah. So anyway, machines make machines. I just justified this. Yeah, you can have your own opinion. Fine. So this is what I carefully crafted. And of course, technologies evolved and lead for technologies. Technologies produce technologies. Yes, that's how it is. Example, nanotechnologies may lead for semiconductor technologies. Sometimes semiconductor technologies may lead for nanotechnologies. Technologies produce technologies, for sure. Even if you develop a machine, you are using technologies. So technologies finally develops technologies. So people, people, please, people. Even intelligence now with the machines. Okay? Even the intelligence now, there are artificial intelligence and all. So you can see even there are artificial intelligence maybe for machines and even for the based on the data and all. Yeah. So intelligence also now deviating from humans. Now even you no need a doctor, the physical doctor, you no need for diagnosis. Yeah, that intelligence now passed to machines. Robots are doing very well, that better than humans, even in this COVID and whatever the situations. Even in outer space technologies, the robots are working mostly. So what people are doing then? So what people are doing then? What people are doing then? Yeah. So that's why my answer is, even I have seen some answers here. So is going with my answers as well. Innovations, creativities, new knowledge, discoveries, okay, innovations, creativities, new knowledge, okay, new knowledge, discoveries, and yeah. So that's how the situation. Example, now we all happen to be teachers, but now if we are doing the same textbook in the classroom, now there are better textbooks in the web, and there are professionals and very good academics. They put lessons in the web. There are YouTubes, the videos, even the virtual reality like experiments, hmm, the animations, everything there. So teachers' role also, because of this, now with this fourth industrial revolution, because information and the digital age came. So third industrial revolution now went into fourth. So even for lecturers, the academics, so they are also facing the challenges. Yeah. So people makes innovation. So let's say, so let me add one more. This is the bottom line. We lecturers makes or make what? Students? Yes. Because people have to be innovative. That is the only thing. Want to make students innovative. This is the bottom line. For them, knowledge is not a big matter. So if we can make them innovative and also enterprising, enterprising means strengthening them to support the societies. Yeah, only the innovative people they can be enterprising. Only the enterprising people they can be innovative. So make the students innovative and enterprising. Okay, innovative and enterprising. So, and of course, we want to make the students the totally holistically good and Of course, qualitative, innovative, and enterprising. Yeah. So let me add the word qualitative. Now we have only seven, including myself. Qualitative, innovative, and enterprising. So that is the only thing we can do. If we can do this, I would say we are done because we are creating the right generation. So that is the only thing. So qualitative, innovative, and enterprising. And actually, innovative means it's a quality. It is more than skill. Innovative people, they have different energies. Yeah. Enterprising, not all can be enterprising or be entrepreneurs. So we have to make them enterprising. So I will go to the next slide. Yeah. So I reflect myself. Okay. I reflect myself. Let's say, so let's say myself as a lecturer. Okay. Let's say in whatever field, let's say in what, let's say example, I just put one here, quite classic subject, thermodynamics. So as a technical subject, this is a technical but theoretical, technical but textbook based subject. So if I teach a textbook based subject, how can I contribute for this to make them qualitative, innovative, enterprising? So if I teach maths, okay, if I teach maths, how can make them qualitative, innovative, enterprising? Or let's say if I make, let's say more trade oriented, refrigeration, yes, maybe easier. At least you can ask them to do some simple developments or whatever. So those are more trade oriented. Automobile, yeah, you can strengthen them quite easily. Yeah, that's how the focus subjects. So you can do it very well. So more general, even maths, we can find languages. So nice languages. So languages really makes the people. Yeah. So finally, we can produce the real people, real citizens. We need languages, arts, anything. Okay. So how can I myself as this? How can I do this? So at least I can say okay to, okay, some of the qualitative aspects. Of course, creativity also here also goes with the creative, innovative, creative, qualitative enterprises. So this is the only thing remains with us. This is the only thing remains with us. All the others taken by internet, taken by Google, taken by YouTube, taken by the smartphones, taken away by students. So our teachership all taken away. So what remains with us? What remains with us? So that's why even some subjects, students are better experience. Of course, we should be happier when we see the students are better than us. That is what we need. Then, if we cannot, if the students know better than us, sometimes there can be cases. Then, what else remains with us to contribute for them and to secure our credibility? To secure our credibility. That's why. So we also have to move out from the comfort zones. You are young, lot of you are young and too early for retirements. So you have to move with the coming new generations. They are more tech savvy. They are more familiar with technologies. So today lesson, they already have it somehow. Time will come for that. Then what remains with us? Yeah, that is what remain. It cannot be stolen by the internet, the students, the Google, the YouTubers. Oh, no one can stall this, steal this. We have to recognize this. Yeah. So when we do face to face, yeah. So unless we don't have that, yeah, I think we are valueless. So that is the reality. So we have to face the challenge. We have to move forward. And it is nothing to do with qualifications because there are more qualified people than us, more knowledgeable people than us. They are all in the web. Let's imagine. So it is not about qualifications. So this opens up the innovativeness, the requirement for the innovativeness for lecturers as well, including myself. Yeah. So we have to understand this. And also, one way, if all of our things are stolen in this fourth generation, if we have nothing to give, then it is not good for our receiving of month end salary. So we have to give something. We have to give something. So that's why we have to wake up as the lecturers, including myself. Actually, I'm telling to myself that we should move forward, we should be different, we should be examples, we should guide the students, and we should not expect. Today's students may not be that smart, but if not smart, we have to make the students smart. So that is our duty. And if the smart students comes, then they cannot let outsmart us. Instead, we have to make them more smarter by somehow inducing some of specialities within us to the new generation. That is very important. So that is the bottom line of this slide. So insight to innovation. So this is a very good reminder to all of us how to be better. It's not about the certificates. It's about our capacity, our wisdom, our knowledge, our energies, our qualities. On top of that, our innovative creativity and creative and enterprising potential. We have to unleash that. Yeah. So when you teach maths, maybe you can talk about business as well, doing business, doing enterprises. maths we turn into some applied sense, still sticking to the syllabuses. So that's why we have to look into this, and I believe this is a reminder to me, but I feel that I should share this with your side as well. Now, so any questions, any comments? Are these things okay as insight to innovations? Yeah, cream is yet to come. Okay, the cream is yet to come, but this is the background, and in the background we have to talk about this as for the preparations. Okay, yeah. Any comments? Any comments? So we have to be innovative. We have to be innovative, and later I will share with you how can be innovative. Okay, how can be innovative. So if innovative and this one, the qualitative, innovative, creative, enterprising, if this is the outcome or effect, okay, you should understand what is the cause of this, the reason, cause, yeah, cause. So which cause or condition makes creative or innovative or qualitative, and then we have to create the cause, create the cause for that, create the cause. So identify the cause, or how to make it. Okay, so what to make it and how to make it, what and how. So you identify it. What causes to be recognized? හේතුඵල. හේතුව මොකක්ද මේකට ප්‍රතිඵලය ගන්න. එහෙනම් කොහොමද හේතුව සකසන්නේ? Creating the cause. So no other way than following the cause and effect principle. This is a universal principle. So no other way than following the cause and effect principle. There is no way. And improve the cause, recognize the cause, identify or recognize the cause. හේතුව කියන එක recognize. This recognition is very important. Recognize the cause and then create the cause. Okay. Next, you have to create the cause. Then you can expect the outcomes. Okay. Recognize it. Create it. Outcome is eminent, 100%, because cause and effect principle is universal. හේතුඵල මේක you cannot deny this. This is the essence of all. So you cannot deny. So if you are not creating the cause, you cannot expect the results. Outcome, effect, or result. Yeah. Okay. If you are not recognize the cause, or instead of cause, if you recognize something different as the cause, you will not get the result. Even creating the cause. Okay. So that is also extremely important. You have to be strategic. Where have to be strategic. So I am sharing with you this. Yeah. Creating the course, I'm going to share with you so nicely today how to create the course strategically for you, for me, and also for our loved ones and even for our future generation. So this is very important, creating the course. So creating the course is something quite systematic. That's why we can say we can manage innovations. Okay, we can manage innovations means we can create the course, but identifying the cause, and that is we need a bit experience, exposure, wisdom, and also synergies and teamwork. Individuals, you cannot be successful. It's a teamwork. And there can be a lot of things. Somehow creating the cause is very important. Yeah. So this one, we will look into this. Okay. Creating the cause. So this is today one of the key, one of the key parts I'm going to present. It has some universalities. This may be the first time you are hearing, but when you are hearing this, you feel it is right because this knowledge is already within you. So I am only uncovering it. I am only reminding it to you so you will recollect this because this knowledge is there already with you and me in our genes from generations to generations and even previous births maybe because innovation is something inherent to humans, especially for humans. Yeah, so we are innovative. We are innovative. So this is within us. So this is nothing new. Okay, this is nothing new. So we are recognizing this only. Then you know that oh, this is this is something uh, we have the ownership. Yeah, that's why this knowledge is not secrets. No secrets, but a reminder for you. Okay, a reminder for you. This knowledge. So we have to be ready for that as well. So this is the creating the cause. We will look into this. Okay, this is quite nice. So it's all about the background preparation. So so far I just spoke only. Yeah, you have any suggestions or anything? Since we are time bound, uh, we are we are not that prepared to have uh, extra chats or anything. But if you have any special comments or anything to add this, because we all are students, we are happy to, of course, all our teachers as well. So we are here to receive new ideas, concepts, or some insights from you as well. Please. Okay. Yeah. Any comments? Okay. Good. So before talking about anything, we will see some actually the now we are going to look into some quotes mentioned by inventors. කියන්නේ inventors innovatorsලා හිතන විදිය වෙනස්. The way they think different. They are really philosophers one way. Inventors, innovators, they are philosophers. They are philosophers. Okay? And of course, many of them are enterprising. That's why innovation always, the useful innovations always links with enterprising mindsets. Steve Jobs is Steve Jobs. He's a philosopher. He's an innovator. Also quite enterprising. Yeah. So you can see same way. Lot of innovators, they are enterprising. Yeah. So that is the beauty of this. Even we have to be enterprising. We have to be enterprising. So we are yet to define the word innovation, but anyway, you have something in your mind that is good, and later you will learn what innovation means. It is so simpler than you imagine. It is so simpler than you imagine. Let's say I'm going to look into what Steve Jobs thought. Okay, Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs thoughts. Yeah. He's saying that stay hungry, stay foolish. Yeah, try to make sense for this. Yeah, he says innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. So get an idea about what innovation means. Innovation. Leaders, they set the trends. Trendsetters are leaders. They set the directions. They are in the forefront. They have to clear the ways. Imagine if you happen to be that way. You have to think different, think new, think to overcome the challenges, think to solve the problems in the smarter ways and all. So finally, you have to make the things happen. You have to do the changes and all. You have to make the new things. You have to make the improvements and all. Whatever, everything brings subtle changes, even subtle to bigger changes. So innovation can be anything, no matter subtle or heavier. If that change you are bringing in has a benefit for someone or organization, society, even to the environment, those are innovations. Okay, can be a simple thing. If you have some good practices, if you identify a good practice to save some papers in your office, it's an innovation. To be productive or to save time or use time more efficiently, you are not inventing or innovating any machine, but your idea brings tangible benefits, no matter small or big. Those are innovations. So even the political leaders, if they set new directions, they only give the directions. That's all. Others may be working on those to innovate. But even that idea, we call it innovative. Yeah. So even now, president we call technocrat. Technocrats are innovators anyway. So not only the techno, but even you can even not even techno is not only for technologies. So anything operational, academic, research, management, whatever. If you have this techniques and strategies crafting out eh, to produce benefits to individuals and the societies for the students, organizations, even a minor thing can be innovation, can be even a little poster, can be a simple message. Okay, so innovation can be anything. Later we will look into that further. So we are innovative. Even you are innovative. I'm innovative. All are innovative. There is no doubt of this. And what's important is to recognize this and to make it more, how to say, make it more powerful. Yeah. And consistent. So I feel that I should look into little bit quotes on this because these quotes are really some insights. See, he says, I believe you can see this, the way people think. Steve Jobs says that it's more fun to be a pirate than to join the Navy. Mindsets, not to say to do the bad things, but those are quite adventurous, challenging, and risks are there. Lot of unpredictable things also can happen. Risk taking, adventurous, and also seeking opportunities. Yeah. So you can see it's more fun to be a pirate. Yeah, of course, I'm not favoring for that. But anyway, innovation, sense is there. Pirates have to be leaders. There should be teamworks. There should be a very teamwork, effective coordinations, communications, multitasking. Everything is there. Okay. See, he says that my job is not to be easy on people. My job is to make them better. Okay. So my job is not to be easy on people. My job is to make them better. So let me take that quote with a purpose. Okay. So I will come back to creating the course. Don't worry. Yeah, you have to be patient till I share that. Yes. Under this. So this is what Steve Jobs says. If you respect this person very well, if you know his philosophies, because they are philosophers, they are rich, they are enterprising. Yeah. On top of that, they are quite enlightened beings. Yeah, quite enlightened beings. Yeah, that's why. So being an innovator is is something complete. Is something complete. So I'm going to put four L's here. Four L's here. Okay, four L's. Learn. This is very important. Learning. Learning doesn't mean textbooks. Somehow you have to receive knowledge. somehow you have to receive the knowledge. Learn කියන එකට හොඳ example එකක් මම දෙන්නම්කෝ. Let's give one example. Let's say I have a little daughter schooling. I saw in her textbooks, science book, the pressure, pressure, පීඩනය කියලා කියන්නේ in physics. I think many of you knows this. So pressure is mentioned as force divided by area. Pressure is mentioned as force divided by area. I can show if you need really. So that's how they mention pressure. Pressure as the force divided by area. So actually, it is not a knowledge. It is not a knowledge. There is nothing to learn in force divided by area. පීඩනය කියන එක, pressure කියන එක, how to feel it, how you can come to know the true pressure for the physical applications. If pressure happens to be force divided by area, where you see that force divided by area in your pressure gauge? Where you see the force divided by area in your pressure gauge? That's why pressure is something, a physical phenomena you see everywhere. But especially in some cases, like in cooling systems and all, you may have this wording used in engineering applications extensively. But even if you are teaching pressure, if for you as a lecturer, pressure, if it is force divided by area till today, you cannot make yourself innovative, you cannot make your students innovative. We have to ask a question: how the tree, the river, the wind understands the pressure? We should understand the pressure in the same language. Only that people can do the creations for people to make use. Understand? Pressure, knowledge is not what the equation in the book, but that pressure knowledge is what the wind feels. It's what the river, flowing river, the water feels. It is what the water in the pipe flow feels. It is not the reading you are taking from the gauge. It is more than that. Temperature, it's the same. You can see the Celsius, Kelvin, whatever the scales, true for applications, for measurements, monitoring. But if you cannot understand what's the temperature for a tree, what's the temperature for the wind, what's the temperature for a little baby, if you cannot understand their language of temperature, you cannot make the students innovative, you cannot be innovative. In short, technology should be taught. We should be able to teach technology with no equations. That's why Einstein says once, your teaching can be true once if those teaching can be understood by 6-year-old children. Later I will show you the quote. Even now maybe. Uh, let me, yeah, let me, yeah. Einstein, Albert Einstein. Those are the insight to innovations. Okay, those are the insight to innovations. Yeah, I will show you Albert Einstein what he says. I've noticed that even it's here about the education. He mentioned this. See, there are many things. So let me copy it here. What Albert Einstein said. If you can't explain it to a 6-year-old, this is not I said, eh? This is not I said, this is what Albert Einstein said. This is true, you know. If you can't explain it to a 6-year-old, you don't understand it yourself. So that is the saying. So when we teach technology, no matter what caliber of people, okay, so if you have know this potential of the approach of simple and can go to complex and known, you should start from known and you can go to unknowns. And if you don't know how to go step by step, okay, step by steps, then we have issues. Even myself, okay, we have issues because if we deliver the knowledge step by step, simple and known, it is always simple and it is always known. And technology is not about equations, but you have to teach the equations as well, you have to teach the maths as well, but you have to teach the definitions also, but it is more than that. So I'm sharing this because this is the way I share the knowledge with students, even the very complicated ones I explain. So we have to have this approach, and when we have this approach, our knowledge is live. When our knowledge is live, okay, when our knowledge is live, creativity and innovations naturally comes because our thinking faculties are working very well with these forms of knowledge there. That's why. So that is very important to have this approach, especially for our side as lecturers, including myself. And this is the only way for us to innovate. So this is one of the insight for innovations for our side. And we are yet to learn the essence of innovations. Okay, so that's all about this. But with Steve Jobs, yeah, learn. And I refer that Einstein one for learn. Okay, Einstein one I refer for learn, the learning approaches. So that is for teaching, really, I mentioned. If you can't explain, explain is a better word. Yes, if you can't explain. So under Steve Jobs, okay, my job is not to be easy on people. My job is to make them better. Okay, so I put four L's here. Learn is one thing. Okay, love. Okay, the other L. So Steve Jobs' job is he's really practical beyond the words, and this says how good is he for his staff, his employees, to make them better, not only for the employees but for the people. Yeah. So that is a kind of a loving aspect, and live. His life is, of course, is excellent, and leave a legacy. So Steve Jobs has done this because he is innovator. Start from there, but before that, he's a philosopher. I think you know that. Philosopher, innovator, enterprising entrepreneur. They can change the world, and there can be many things. And he's really a great person. He's really a great person. Okay. So this 4L is very important, and now our case we are late, but for the young staff, so how to leave this footprint of Steve Jobs when you are at more mature levels? Yeah, that is very important. But you have a very good opportunity. Even I have very good opportunity, but we are late now. Yeah, for the young ones, enough time. You can improve the capacity. Improving capacity in the sense is only being innovative, creative, and philosophical. No other way. And have a knowledge beyond the books. Yeah. So that's another message inside to innovation. This is good. This is a good one. So 4L. Okay. So this is very important. So in Sri Lanka, uh, hard to say, we have issues. So we don't have this Steve Jobs caliber people here because Steve Jobs are just one, but we had good entrepreneurs like Upali Vijayawardena and all, but they are no more. So maybe great people are yet to come. So I think you are among them. So we have to think in that way. We are among them, yeah, among the great people, and we have to try our best to get awakened to untold knowledge in the textbooks. Yeah, even you are learning maybe in the courses and the staff developments, this course, that course, this train of the trainer programs. Yeah, good to follow all, but only there are limitations for the improvements. Yeah, because unleashing our potential, we have to do it by ourselves. So get exposed what you are not exposed. Yeah, so that is very important. So this is one of the quotes of Steve Jobs. So Steve Jobs, back to Steve Jobs. I want to show his philosophical strength. I think I will use a quote to show that. Actually, we can learn from quotes because to get these ideas to generate automatically in our minds, perhaps it may not happen in our lifetime, but when we understand this means a little sense of this is induced. Yeah, we cannot be Steve Jobs, we are ourselves, but we have some better induction of some good things. So let me show you how philosophical is he. Okay, so let me show you how philosophical is he. Another Steve Jobs quotes here. Steve Jobs said that I would trade all my technology for an afternoon with Socrates. He's a great philosopher. So Steve Jobs said that. Of course, Steve Jobs, one way, he's a Buddhist. He's a very good Buddhist. Also, he respects other religions as well, including Hinduism. So he's great, and he said once that I would trade all my technology for an afternoon with Socrates. So he has technologies, he has patents, innovations, but for him, compared to the knowledge untold with Socrates, he appreciates more than what he physically owns. Yeah. So you can see how great his philosophical inclinations, Steve Jobs. They are different people. So in our case, yeah, if Steve Jobs is great, that is true. So we should not be necessary to be Steve Jobs, but anyway, as I remind to you in this slide, as a lecturer, since fourth industrial revolution took away everything from us, then to get something remained, at least we have to have that kind of philosophies as well. That's why we need not to say be only innovative, but we have to be more, probably, how to say, not to say philosophical, but we have to be more with wisdom as well. So that's the message. So all are relevant for your today topic of insight to innovation. Okay, insight to innovation. So it is 11 o'clock now, 2 hours. So I think Yamuna madam proposed a little break. So shall we take 10 minutes break? Are you okay? Are you okay? How is it? Please respond to me. Yes. Shall we take a break? 10 minutes. Shall we take a break?
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. So,
Okay, sir, maybe we will start again after 10 minutes. No?
okay, after 10
I'm
minutes.
also here, sir. I'm
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, Yamuna madam. Okay, good.
Okay, sir.
Very good.